Slatestone felt her paws knead the ground as her paws worked nervously in the grass. She jumped into the tall tree and called in the cats that she had grown close to. She would be having a serious announcement. She wasn't quite sure how the cats of the forest den would react, and she wasn't looking forward to seeing Snake Speckles and Dothlon's expressions when they realized they were never going home again. As the cats gathered around her, she looked upon them. She had chosen a leader in her mind, but she hoped the others would agree. Her heart beat quick. What if the cat denied becoming leader? She hadn't talked to them beforehand. She shook her worries away. StarClan had chosen her as a messenger, and she wouldn't let her new clan down. Thank you all for gathering here today. The cats below were sitting patiently and looking at her. Pixel was running out of the nursery, having just convinced her kids to take a nap, and Blaze gave her a lick on her head. She continued, "The reason I called you all here for this meeting is simple. About a moon ago, I had a dream from StarClan. I was met by the same cat who called us here, and they had a new message for me. Find the star, or we will all go hungry. I understood they were talking of a leader, and later that the leader had to be picked before Leaf Bear, or we will not survive." She took a breath. "StarClan has faith that I would pick the correct one. Wouldn't it be better to vote so everyone gets a say?" The cat who had spoken was Rook. She was sitting below, her gaze as intense and focused as ever. Slatestone felt a pit in her stomach. "I'm sorry, Fend. I'm letting you down." She shook her head slightly. "StarClan chose me. I'm sorry." The black cat's eyes widened, and she looked shocked. Not at her being denied, but at her friend apologizing for what she knew would come. "This sunrise, I've made a certain decision, and I am certain of my choice." She took a deep breath. "Dodon will be the first leader of this clan." Dodon gasped. Instantly whispers and turmoil broke through the cats in the crowd. Some excited, some shocked, and others frustrated. Rook was glaring, not at Dodon, but at Slatestone herself, as Snake Speckle bumped Dodon on the shoulder to bring her out of her shock. Yes, I do. I'll accept." She meowed. She stood up, and the cat started purring and congratulating her. Snake Speckle seemed hesitant. He was trying to be supportive, but Slatestone didn't fail to see the disappointment in his eyes. Slatestone let out a soft yowl to gain the attention back. "With that being said, we must find a place to contact StarClan. In our old territories, we had a deep pool of water that was present when I visited them in my dreams. This dream was different. It was next to a large pond of water with a loud waterfall pouring in, catching starlight from above." The cats started discussing this, and it wasn't long until Rook stood up. "There's a waterfall on the other side of Two Leg Place, in the mountains above." Slatestone's heart raced. There had been mountains surrounding her in her dream as well. "Thank you." It was a simple word, but to them it meant more than that. She was disappointed when Rook simply blinked at and looked away. She felt betrayed. She shook her head once more. Leaf Bear was just around the corner, and they had a long journey ahead of them. "Dodon and I will travel to this place, and so she will return as Dostar and have the 9 lives of a leader. This is an important, life-changing mission. Rook, will you join us?" She looked at her friend, desperate to prove herself. The black sheik had hesitated before nodding. "I would follow you into the ocean if you asked, Slatestone." Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Sims 3 Warrior Cat series. We're where Slatestone has actually decided who is going to be our founding leader for the clan. So she decided on Dodon, and there was a poll up in January for any of you guys who remember, or maybe you guys weren't here at that point. But I did actually put up a poll, and you guys chose Dodon to win out of Rook, Snake Speckle, Blaze, Twig, I believe as well. So that was quite interesting. So you guys actually made Slatestone's choice for her, which is so exciting. But we actually have a little bit of a flea problem right here. Oh my goodness, Dodon. It seems like Rook has actually put out a bunch of, she's caught toads and everything. She's caught so many things. Good gracious. Yeah, I believe Blaze, oh, to smell a raccoon, well I hope it's not here. I think that Blaze would definitely be guarding here at home while these three actually go out on a journey. So the only one we're really waiting for is Dodon, our future leader of the clan. And you guys, the star in her forehead was not predicting this or anything. She just had that on her Clangen sprite, where she's originally from, as well as Snake Speckle and Slatestone. So she just had that on her sprite. It was no prediction. I wasn't pushing for her as leader or anything. And our leaders in the future will not gain a star from becoming leaders. Just so you know, it was just how she looked, simply. Yes. So Rook seems like she's just anxious to get started. Blaze, honestly, maybe you should kind of, I think she would like, honestly, I could see her going for one of the beetles. I don't think she really likes fish or reptiles, Dodon does. So I think she would go for a beetle, and then Rook would be like, hey, we're going on a long trip. You gotta eat a more sustainable meal. And then she would go for the lizard. She's more of a rodent type girl, more of a... more of that fur is kind of what she likes. Bird is okay, but I could imagine she more likes the rodents to eat. Which is unfortunate, because we use rodents for other things. Okay, but Blaze, you should... I think you should start a patrol with some cats. So we have Blaze. Twig seems like he's up for it. And so is Snake Speckle. But with so many cats out of camp, we want to at least keep one warrior. Because Pixel is... a queen. She's not gonna... I don't think it would be good for her to eat, to really defend by herself, because she did come here while she was pregnant. So she never really learned... I mean, her hunting skill is really low, and she has no fighting skill. The fact that Snake Speckle does have a fighting skill, I think, is why we're gonna keep him here. So Blaze and Twig will go out alone, is what I'm thinking. There's a random two-leg there. But we're gonna go over here and stalk for prey with these two. He can actually do it 7 times, which is the maximum amount before they have to go home anyways. Everyone's wanting to react to this raccoon, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I don't know where this raccoon is. But yes, I have downloaded a mod that makes them unable to go home on their own, so I can only do it 7 times. Or is it 6 times? No, it's 7 times before I need to actually bring them home manually. Oh, can neither of them? Well, Blaze could. Well, you'll have to just go here then, I guess. Twig, you little rascal, come over here with you. Okay, well, go here then. Are you broken? Hello? Twig, please, do you not want to go? You're going on a patrol, you don't have much choice in the matter. I guess he's tired. Please don't get hit by a car, by the way. That would not be fun. That would also not work very well when it comes to our journey we're doing now. Speaking of, let's actually go on that journey. We're gonna focus on these three for today. As they set out on their journey and, well, really get to know each other, huh? Hello everyone, and my gosh, do I feel like a silly little goose. So I just recorded these cats run along. Noticed that my my microphone was muted, and then I decided that, oh, I'll just unmute it, of course, and I set up the little cats and I didn't unmute my microphone. So so they are actually heading out pretty late today, which is quite interesting. So they're heading out at almost nighttime, really, which is a little bit risky, I feel like. But I'm very excited to see how this story is going, actually. And I have checked, my microphone is on. Silly goose, silly goose. But they have decided a little bit, Rook and Slatestone. So the general path right now is that they will cross this two-leg bridge and then by the Yowling Den, and from here on out Rook will actually be leading. So they are gonna cross and they're gonna follow the entire river, is what Rook has said. And when they get to a little den, they will follow along mountains instead. So Rook has a plan for how to actually get there. Now the problem is just we gotta get there at night, apparently. Dodon is already feeling a little bit tired, which is interesting, because she was the one who woke up the latest. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but let's have these three run across, and we will be focusing on these three until they kind of go back to the clans. Mostly because, well, anything can happen out here, and, well, the clans. One clan. There's not multiple clans, you guys. Not yet, at least, I'm gonna say. But it's gonna be really exciting to focus on these guys. So, do they actually... She still wants to interact with her mate, Tiger, and we still don't know why he's not here, so that's pretty darn interesting. She also wants to chase Pixel and Slatestone as well. Dodon also wants to chase Slatestone. Oh my goodness, and Slatestone, you were very close to actually getting hit by a police car, actually. Going to the Yowling Den, that's a little bit interesting. And these pesky fleas. Okay, well, I suppose in the dark would be the best time to actually cross the Thunderpath, considering the monsters will light up very well. So if any point, and there probably won't be as many around, so if you have to cross at any point, it would probably be now. Well, there's a two-leg on a tiny little round monster. And it's a fairy nonetheless, so we gotta kinda just, don't mind me, I'm just gonna totally annihilate that little one. That is because we are in Moonlit Falls, by the way. And I just didn't replace all the characters. There are new two legs moving in and such, so they'll populate the town on their own again. But for now, we don't really want anything to do with these supernatural two legs. Oh, see, there was a monster. They just made it. Okay, so they're actually gonna follow this little natural path right here, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. along the river. I think they might have to rest soon, though, simply because Dojon apparently isn't as energized as she should have been. Well, should have is a strong word. She might be feeling a little bit nervous, honestly, about this whole thing. I could totally see her feeling very nervous. I mean, she's becoming a leader of a completely new clan. She has no training prior to this. She has never been deputy. The only real reference she has is her father being leader. Ooh, okay, so Twig has just become an expert in all things that creep and crawl. So let's look at that. If I remember how to. Skills book. Here we go. Okay, so a creeping and crawling expert has got 20 beetles. As a reward, the chance for catching and finding rarer beetles is increased. That's amazing. Then you can catch like rainbow beetles and such. That's actually really, really good. I'm loving that. Okay, and before I have to roll for you, then please get home and sleep, Twig. Speaking of sleeping, I think these kitty cats can go a little bit longer. They're not really hungry. It is, as I said, nighttime. I think Slatestone will definitely notice this glowing mushroom in the middle of the forest. I mean, you can literally see it from the map I noticed earlier. There's a little white dot right there, which is pretty funny. So I think Slatestone would definitely notice this and want to stay and carry it, but I don't think she can carry it, honestly. I mean, it's a long way back and forth. No, she would be too worried, I think, to about not finding it when they get back, so she would definitely carry this. They don't really have a limit on carrying things anyways. What, Slatestone, you can't have fleas, so that's nice for you at least. Okay, so we actually just got a little spotlight mushroom, which is interesting. We're gonna move our little sim back, of course, who for some reason has gotten red hair. Don't even ask me why why that happened. I have a suspicion, but I'm not sure. Okay, Rook actually wants to stalk for prey a little bit. And Slatestone is gonna go over here to the park, apparently. The little two-leg park, and jump onto something. But I think potentially we can move over here. We're gonna try to push for this second bridge today. Well, tonight, this evening, I suppose, for these cats. Twig did, in fact, feel bad, so we're gonna have to roll for him. But we are gonna push to get there, at least tonight, and then I think they will have to rest a little bit. It is a long journey, and it'll take the time it takes. So it's pretty cool. Twig, you're okay again now, but I did see that. I'm gonna have to roll. You are actually completely fine, so we're good. We're good on that. Now then. I can't imagine what Dodon must be feeling. She's actually getting pretty tired now. She could only handle it so long. Oh my goodness, what is this? This is a glowing, literally glowing seed. Well, that's pretty interesting. I bet you Slatestone would love to plant that. And the cats can actually plant things. It just, well, they haven't really learned how to yet. But I am planning a little bit of stuff when it comes to that in the future. Here we go. Dodon actually only has 2 hours left on her fleas. It would be lovely if they just disappeared. Oh, and there's actually some beetles here, so she's gonna try to... Well, I suppose Rook can try to catch them. Slatestone will probably just... Or Dodon, I'm sorry, will probably just fall asleep right now. As will they all, eventually here. There we go. Now, do you catch this, Slitstone? She does not. She actually caught an empty chip bag. But that is the first empty chip bag she's caught, so she's good. She's fine. There we go. And I was actually thinking for fishing, the reason she probably hasn't caught any is because she's such a great fisher. Although I was thinking for fishing, maybe the robot fish would act like empty chip bags, because I don't think you can eat a robot fish, you know? So I was thinking maybe that could be a good good compromise for such. And here back in camp, while the others are sleeping, I suppose we can kind of hang out and see what's happening. So they caught a little bit of prey. Right, Twig is the one with the rodent. I remember now. He's the one with all the medical items. Oh, Twig, how come you... How have you done this? Also, I think he only had 2 assassin beetles before, so I'm gonna get rid of an empty chip bag. And Slatestone actually has 4 already. I'm kind of thinking maybe... Oh, Blaze actually wanted to be best friends with Rose. Well, I'm gonna have to remove that now, because Rose is no longer with us. Not in the sense that Thistle is no longer with us, but Rose, as you guys might remember, actually left. So she's not here. And Pixel wants to catch something for Cinder. That's interesting. Okay, well, I think maybe this is her way to be like, okay, Cinder, if you go into the nursery and sleep right now, I will catch something for you, and I'll give it to you tomorrow. I think she would be a good mother like that, in the sense that she respects her little kitten and is going to work work to actually catch something. She's not going to just order her around, I don't think. Which can also be a little bit of a flaw. So a little bit of a double-edged sword there. Some of my rocks have disappeared. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, and actually here is little Sunny. They only have, well, basically 2 days to grow up now. That is insane. These kittens have grown way faster than I imagined. And yeah, I was not prepared, I don't think. So when Dodon comes home, it'll basically be... Yeah, I mean, they'll basically be growing up at that point. Now let's see, can Pixel actually catch this lizard, wherever it is? Is it in the rock? I don't think you can get to it if it's in the rock. Apparently she can. Oh, and Spooky Day is upon us. Well, that's great for 2 legs, but that means... Well, you guys, we only have 5 days until Leaf Fall. Or Leaf Bear, even. Okay, she caught a lizard, so I'm gonna cancel her stuff here and let her sleep. Good job, Pixel. Absolutely wonderful. Blaze, you're just sleeping in the middle of the den. He's kind of taken charge here. Probably butts head quite a lot with Snake Speckle. Twig is probably just minding his own business, yet kind of acting like he leads, I think. In the sense that he kind of calls out patrols and stuff, I could imagine. Now, I think he's actually feeling a little bit down, it looks like. We're gonna give him something to eat, and then he's gonna be able to sleep right here. Where did Pixel go? She's sleeping in this nest, apparently. That's fine. That is fine. And some 2 legs seem to be growing up. Now, it also looks like our traveling cats are gonna wake up soon. Meanwhile, Snake Speckle apparently didn't feel too good about not being chosen as leader. That is a bit unfortunate. And honestly, I don't really know. I have some ideas for what this clan will actually be called, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, this is so cool. You have the frost on the ground, and then you see the river. And past the river is the forest den with warm light. That's pretty cool. That is, I love how, well, open The Sims 3 is. Very nice. Looks like Slate Stone is probably gonna wake up any second now. She kind of wants to groom Dodon. So we're gonna put that into a want. And Dodon actually wants to scratch, so do all of them, to be fair. So I might have them hunt a little bit. But before then, at least Slatestone will groom Dodon. There they go. Any second now, Dodon. You can get up. You can do it. There we go. While Rook is just sleeping off the last little bit here. Oh yeah, and Dodon actually wanted to play chase with Slatestone as well. So we're gonna have them do that before actually continuing in the morning here. And Snake Speckle, you have now finally been cured of your fatigue. So there's no need, you can actually save this energy now. I think for now we will just kind of let the cats in the camp be alone. They do have plenty of food, so I don't think that should be an issue. Oh! Okay, well, Rook is actually presenting that to someone. I would have loved to see who you were going to present it to. But that is also very nice, because the only chip bag she's ever caught, she dropped. When cats either present to like that, way off. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have cancelled that sniff around. You can stalk for prey instead. But when they actually drop something, or I find something dropped, I just delete it. So it's like they kind of decided that, oh, we're not going to use that, or well, I'm going to drop this, basically. They lose that negative effect, is pretty much what it is. We're going to cancel that chase, because you actually want to nuzzle her now. And Slatestone wants to speak to Rook. That's interesting. I think they'll go over here. Where is she? Oh, she's over here. She's actually catching a cardinal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is a cardinal. That's so cool. Rook is such a cool cat. She's a very, very good hunter and very, very cool. Look at that. Look at that. And there she goes. And here comes Slatestone, waiting so she can actually speak to her. Most likely about where to go next. Did you catch it? Oh, you didn't. Well, unfortunately, we have to actually chase around a little bit, because we don't have any food, so we're gonna kind of let them hunt around for 2 seconds. And I bet you, if we get any venomous snakes, Slatestone will probably not be too happy, considering she actually doesn't have any of her medical items here. So it would be very, very tragic if we actually got bitten by a venomous snake. Although assassin beetles can actually be used to counteract that poison, but it is pretty difficult to use, so Slatestone does, well, any medicine cat for that matter, does actually have a chance of not being able to use it. So that's pretty interesting. I did that to kind of just increase the, well, sort of realism, but also the challenge, most of all. Looks like Rook is chasing a rare beetle, whereas Slatestone is actually hunting a snake. And after they've all kind of caught up on all the food, I think we will keep going. And as you guys can as you guys can see, the snow is definitely catching up here. Okay, this hunting is just not working. Apparently. We have caught one assassin beetle, which we can't even eat. So that's a little bit unfortunate. While these guys just go hunting for a little bit, we're gonna actually check back in here. So we have Cinder eating this huge piece of a snake. And Pixel, are you awake yet? You're waking up. I think you can wake up and eat something. Because she wanted to give her lizard actually to Cinder, and she wants to groom her as well, which is absolutely adorable. That was a close one. Nice work. The city is in your debt. What have we done? What did we do? What did we do? Hello? What happened? Okay, well, something apparently happened. We did something. I suppose our warrior cats are just that good. They are saving the town, apparently. It looks like Dawn is having a little bit of a hard time hunting. She's too skittish to actually hunt. Oh, Blaze got interrupted by... He wanted to talk to Cinder, but it seems like she actually... Well, Pixel wanted to groom her kit, so... Blaze, you're just gonna have to wait a moment. Just a moment. While they just groom for 2 seconds here. There we go. And then you can play pounce on your mate before actually nuzzling your kitten. That's pretty funny. Okay, there we go. We're finally catching some prey over here. So we have a squirrel, which is nice. And also a turtle. As well as some prey from Slatestone, actually. Okay, so we have enough. Let us go over here and eat some. So we are using 3 herbs, 3 prey items to fill up everyone's hunger. There we go. And we even got a little squirrel. There we go. So, time to actually keep going on this journey. And our next stop is, unfortunately, a 2-leg path. So that's a little bit scary. And there's actually a 2-leg over there. Now, I know what that is about, but is that a... Oh gosh, is that a puppy? Ooh, well, that's not too good. I actually know what that is all about. Not the puppy, perhaps, but... So let's see. Now, this Thunderpath, we don't really know how it works. You have no clue how active it is at all, and it is in the morning, so people might be going to work and such. So we are going to be a little bit worried here. It's right next to the 2-leg area as well. Slatestone, you coming? Slatestone is coming. She's just taking a little bit of a longer path. And it's actually the new moon, apparently. So that's pretty interesting. Rook, I'm gonna have you... We're gonna follow this path again, all the way over here. It is a long journey. I can't believe our medicine cats are gonna have to make this journey every half moon. That's pretty interesting. We won't actually be following that. I'm thinking sometimes we can kind of just do little shorts, like I have been doing for in the beginning of videos. So that's basically the version that you just get a little like cutscene for how it is at the moon pool, and then they're just going home, basically. I was kind of thinking that would be a good balance, because otherwise we spend an entire episode going there and back and forth. So there we go. There's so many monsters out apparently today. That's a little bit worrying. Now, Rook was actually talking of a cat who lives over here. So we're perhaps gonna see them actually on the way. But until then, we're just kind of gonna follow here. It's not even sure that they are home, or that they would really like us being with in their territory. But we'll see. Now, making sure there are no two-leg monsters. We really don't want what happened last time to happen again. No, sir, we do not. So, there's a lot of butterflies, actually. And a little beach here, apparently. That's so cool. I really like that. Okay, so we're almost at the two-leg den that Rook was talking about. Potentially leading to... Well, that's where we have to turn, actually. Turn into the mountains. Here we go. They're skipping the beach, that's fine. There are a couple seeds here as well. Here we go. So let's, Rook actually wants to kind of check in with this cat and just make sure that everything is in order. Apparently the two-leg person is not home right now. But I bet you Rook has done this before. She's kind of has order on all the cats living around here. That's kind of her thing. Knowing where everyone is, finding them and such, and kind of knowing everyone's situations and feelings. So here we actually have a Ray. Okay, so he's just going ham on this little carpet here. Oh goodness. Very, very, very lovely. So I actually didn't see, I don't remember if he is a kitty pet or not. He is a kitty pet. So he's probably not going to be following us. Oh gosh darn it. I cancelled it. I cancelled him. Are you two going home? Well, you can't go home. I'm sorry. You can talk to each other a little bit. While Rook tries to get Ray's attention. Potentially. Did he go? He left. He seems to be licking out of the toilet. Well, it seems like he doesn't really want to be visited, but that's okay. We're going to take a break here, I think. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Take a little break here. Seems like Slatestone seems quite inquisitive, and behind her, Rook is pretty much... I mean, she's a little bit distraught. She doesn't really want to... I'm not sure she... Oh my goodness, this camera. Holy heckers. Oh goodness gracious. I can't find Rook now, all of a sudden. Hold on. There she is. Here we go. There we go. It doesn't look like Rook really knows where she stands on this. Apparently, we don't know where we all stand. But she is a little bit, feels a little bit betrayed by Slatestone. And Dodon seems to be noticing, but she doesn't really know what to say to her. So, I also wonder, Dodon is probably wondering who she should pick as deputy a lot here. And this adventure is really just it keeps going. There's so much drama happening, and I am absolutely loving it, and I'm here for it. And if you guys are enjoying all the drama as well, please do consider subscribing. And if you guys want to see how it goes, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.